Hi Beastie Besties, welcome back to my channel. If you're just joining me for the first time, hi, my name is Angelfish, and welcome to a ranking video, this time, of all of my Frankie Stein dolls that are individual releases. There is one doll that I'm going to put a disclaimer in here that I do technically have, but I'm not including in this video, and that is Ghoul Spirit Frankie, because I customized them to hell and back, and they are borderline unrecognizable as the doll that they are meant to be, so they don't get to be here. But every other Frankie doll that I own, which is almost every release of them, gets to. So, yay! Now, if you're new to these style of ranking videos, basically what I do is I go through every single release that I own of this character and am incredibly nitpicky, and you get to hear opinions that I have on them that might even be slightly different from the review that they were unboxed in, if they have one on the channel, which most of these do. Only a handful of them were not unboxed on the channel, so, without further ado, let's get into it. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, turn on bell notifications, all that YouTube junk. Also, this video is just for fun. None of these opinions are objective. I am not going to treat them as objective truth. This is just, how I feel personally about each release that I personally own. And with that out of the way, let's get started. Starting off 15th place, we have Skultimate Secret Series 1 Frankie Stein. Now, a lot of you might be shocked to see this doll at the bottom, because I know a lot of people like Skultimate Secret Series 1. If you watched the unboxing of this Frankie, you know that I was a little disappointed in them, and by and large, while I have grown to like them over the years, when I brought over all of my Frankie dolls for this video, I was looking at every single one of them lined up in a row and was like, yeah, no, you are the very bottom of the list. I am sorry. There's no other way around it. Plus, I do have that rule in place for these videos where if I have customized their face in a major way, they don't get to be super high up on the list. There are very few exceptions to this. And so far, I have stuck to my guns on that in this video series, and that is remaining true today. I mean, I completely changed this Frankie's makeup, almost. So, bottom placement for you, number 15, moving on. Number 14 should come as not a shock to anybody on the planet. I think a lot of other people would put this Frankie in a similar placement in their own, ranking video for Frankie, if they were to do one. Creepover Series 1 Frankie Stein. Frankie has technically gotten 2 Creepover dolls throughout G3's run, not G3's 1. And while I do like this doll, and they are very cute, I'll admit, compared to every other Frankie doll on this list, they're kind of a weak link. I do like their earrings. I like their makeup. Contrary to other people's beliefs, I think this is a very cute face. I do wish that their eyes were bigger. I think if they were made during G3's current screening method era, they would feel a little less off. It's just their hair and, everything. It's just, they're a very early G3 doll. Literally Frankie's third ever release from G3, and you can tell. You can tell. You can just tell. Also, this hair I'm going to have to reroot soon because, it's polypropylene, and I've had them since they came out. So, yeah, clock is ticking. Today the poly might be okay, tomorrow it will undoubtedly be drier than it was before. Number 13 is Scaradise Island Frankie Stein. I know this might come as a shock to some folks. I do really, really love this doll. The main thing is the customization rule that I have set for myself. They have a new lip color, and while I do love this lip color on them, it does feel like cheating if I put them any higher. And yellow on Frankie is a very interesting color. I do think this is a very fun usage of it, but yellow on Frankie is also, in my opinion, not as fun as when they use pink, which is controversial. I know a lot of people hate pink on Frankie. I personally love it. So, battle of the accent colors here. Number 13 has to be Scaradise. Number 12, and in this spot for the customization rule as well, is Neon Frights Frankie. Except there's another reason they're in this spot as well, and that is pleather. Pleather biker shorts. Pleather biker shorts that are gonna die in another couple years. I've already had a couple G3 pleather pieces crap out on me, namely Weekend Getaway Claudine's jacket and also Signature Gulia's skirt. So, you know, it's a matter of time. It is a matter of time. So, while I do love this Frankie doll quite a bit, and they're very fun thematically, also the only Neon Frights doll that I have, looking at them next to everyone else, I couldn't bring myself to put them any lower. There are some people who would definitely put them lower than they are, and I couldn't bring myself to put them any higher. So this is why they're here. In the interest of getting all the polypropylene-headed demons out of the way, we have in 11th place, Fidescent Frankie Stein. A lot of people are gonna tell me that I should put them significantly lower, because a lot of people have come to really hate this doll. I am not one of those people. I do really enjoy this doll's overall color palette. As you can see, I did give them Hauntleywood Mysteries little fluffy skirt. This outfit that they are currently in is going to die in, like, 10 years. So, I'm enjoying it while it lasts. But I do love this Frankie's makeup and overall aesthetic, and I will probably reroute them someday, just to keep things interesting. Also, I lied. I misplaced a Frankie. This is actually 12th place. There are 16 Frankie dolls. I somehow missed one. So just pretend that every number is set back. We are correcting that. I'm not going to re-record this. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. The count's off. I'm just letting y'all know now. This is actually 12th place. Oops. Now, for our true 11th place, we have Buried Secrets Series 1 Frankie Stein, the only Buried Secrets wave to have a stamped face screening. I have rebodied this doll onto a Fidescent body because I felt like it matched the overall vibe of them, and I do love this makeup for this Frankie. The short hair is also really cute. I stole one of their earrings and gave it to a different Frankie doll because I misplaced one of their earrings on that doll and was like, who's not gonna mind missing an earring? You! So, yeah. But they are very cute, and you know, as far as things considered, Buried Secrets Series 1 is one of my favorite Buried Secrets lines. So, yeah. I feel like this is a fair spot for them. Alrighty, number 10, Coffee Break. Some people are going to be like, what? You don't have them higher? In comparison to everything that Frankie Stein has given us since this doll, I can't in good conscience put them any higher. I know that a lot of people love this doll and would put them in their top 5 or their top 3 easily. I am not one of those people. In the slightest. Mostly because their outfit is fully pleather and it's gonna die on me in a couple years. I'm just counting down the days. I barely touch them, and for that reason, even though I really like this design, I am not putting them any higher. Like, oh, no. At least with some of the other dolls that have pleather pieces in here, it's not their full outfit, but this one, it is their full outfit. So, full disclosure, that is going to dock them all of the points. At number 9, we have Monster Fest. I love this doll a lot. The plastic chunky gloves are definitely interesting. I don't hate them, though. I do like them. And the fully black hair with only streaks of silver and blue is a nice touch. It is unique for Frankie. As far as their hair colors have gone in G3, it is one of the more interesting visually choices that we've gotten. So, for that reason, they absolutely had to be above Coffee Break. And, you know, a top 10 spot is still a good spot nonetheless. At number 8, we have Amped Up Frankie Stein. I remember actually screaming in their review about their outfit being fully pleather because that was such a disappointment to me because I really, really love this doll's design. There's just something so fun about it. I mean, the mostly black with accents of blue and pink gradients, it's so fun. It's very Lady Gaga. It's very, like, music video. I just really appreciate this doll so much, and the trans flag in their hair is a nice touch as well. I love it so much. That being said, full pleather outfits do dock dolls points in this series, and while they are higher than, you know, Coffee Break, especially because I prefer their color palette over Coffee Break, I can't put them any higher than number 8. Because it's a full pleather outfit. Number 7 feels like a good spot to bring in the original signature Frankie. As time has gone on, even since I did the ranking of the signatures video, I feel like this is just a very solid place to put them. I know in that video I put Core Refresh lower than them, but in this video of all Frankies, my opinions have since changed, and while I believe that this signature Frankie did rank in a similar placement in that video, in this video, they have been beat out by both of their newer core dolls because I have them now in hand and have thoughts and opinions on them that have really shaken up how I view this doll. I still love them like crazy, but of all of the basic school day looks now, I feel like they have lost some of their luster. I still love them so much, but, number 7, it's a good spot. Alrighty, number 6. Welcome Committee Frankie Stein. I love this doll so much. They are so special to me. They were a gift from a friend. So I appreciate them so very much in that regard. I think at the end of the day, it comes down to usage of pleather for their pants, when honestly, with the pattern that is on this fabric, I don't think it needed to be pleather. It's a very confusing textile choice to me. So for that reason, I'm not the biggest fan of the lower material choice here. But, number 6, I gotta give them credit. The top half of this outfit is absolutely perfect. The pleather tie, when that eventually rots off and dies, I can replace it with a black ribbon. It's not the most distressing thing in the world. Like, we have actual fabric pieces here, and this is the least amount of pleather that some of the Frankie dolls in this list have had. So, good going for them. Also, I love their hair. I love their hair length. I love their hair texture. It's one of only 2 times that we've played with hair texture on Frankie. This sort of slight curl to it. I mean, it's still Mattel curly hair, and it needs to be redone. But, all things considered, it's different, it's fresh. I like it. Alrighty, starting off our top 5 of the Frankie Stein countdown. We have Hauntleywood Mysteries. Now, some of you are going to be like, you should put them much higher. Because, look at that face. That face is gorgeous. Stunning. This color palette, stunning. One thing about this doll that is holding them back is that they were made before they figured out how to readjust the budget for Skultimate Secrets to give them Saran. If they had Saran hair, they would be higher, but they have poly, so I can't in good conscience let them be any higher on this list. Polypropylene does dock dolls points in this review, or not review, but like this ranking series, and as it is, they are the highest ranking polypropylene headed doll in this entire video, so round of applause for them. I love them so much. The electric blue is such a fun color for them, and the shade of blue that their hair is gorgeous. It's going to be a bitch to color match in Saran. I'm going to have to marble a couple colors together, but it will be worth it in the end when I do eventually reroute them. Until then, though, they get to be in the number 5 spot, and I think that's fair. Alrighty, in the number 4 spot, we have Core Refresh 2024 Frankie Stein. I have grown to really love this doll so much. I don't even know where to begin with justification for putting them this high, or in some people's eyes, justification for putting them this low. I said in a recent video that should be out by the time this video goes up, that this Frankie and their newer core doll are practically interchangeable for me because I love them both so very much. Design-wise, I think they're very complementary of each other. So it was very difficult for me to decide which of them would go where in this video. And ultimately, I think this is an appropriate spot to put this Frankie. I think I need to wash their shorts or something because they're like gray-ish. Like on camera, they appear white, but something about them is like, I don't know, a little yellow-toned. I need to see if I can fix that maybe, or if they're just always going to be like that forever. But yeah, I like this Frankie a lot, and I've grown to like pieces of their outfit that I hated when I originally unboxed them. So that is very fun for me. Yippee! Now, like I said, the new core Frankie doll for 2026 and fall 2024's refresh doll are virtually, interchangeable with each other in my eyes. It was very difficult to decide which of them I wanted to go where because I didn't want them to be drastically far apart from each other in this list. I genuinely feel that this is one of my favorite Frankie dolls ever, and that's not even recency bias talking. I just really like their overall color palette, and I've grown to like aspects of them since unboxing that I didn't initially like. Namely, their shoes. Like, I haven't taken away too much from their outfit. I've only actually added things to it. I did lose one of their earrings, so I gave them a Buried Secrets earring because it matches color-wise. I don't know where the other one of these went, and I'm so sad about it because I did grow to, like, kind of like this earring, but it kept getting caught in their hair anyway, so the smaller earring's probably for the best. I added some spare hair clips from their first doll just because their hair kept like going all over the place, and it was a little annoying, but I do like the crimped hair. This is the second time that Frankie's experimented with texture in G3, and I would love to see something similar again. Maybe some Bride of Frankenstein hair next would be absolutely great. I did actually do something off camera today, before recording this video, actually several hours ago. I separated the shirt and the vest because they were only attached at the back at the seam closure. They made a full white shirt to go under this vest. It is a full garment that you can just take a seam ripper to the Velcro closure stitches that are holding that in place and separate the two and then reattach the Velcro and then give the white shirt some new Velcro, and there you go, you have separate pieces. And then I added these like fishnet legging and things to them. And I think the socks are necessary on this leg because I actually like the shoe with them. I did not like the shoes originally. In fact, in the video where I unboxed them, I said that they were some of my least favorite G3 shoes of all time, which I believe now is kind of a crock of shit. I think I was just not having it with them as a first impression, but now that I'm sitting with them and now that I've sat with them more, I'm like, okay, yeah, I do like this Frankie's overall outfit. And this is the highest placement that any pleather accent has gotten on a G3 doll in this video. It's such a small portion of the outfit that I honestly don't mind it, much like with the previous core doll having that small bit of pleather on the jacket. Like, it's really not that big of a deal. Now, onto our top 2. If we were letting recency bias win out, our top 2 dolls would look a little different, but, all things considered, Scary Sweet Birthday Frankie is definitely up there for me, and this is a very fitting place for them in my opinion. I love their color palette, I love their shiny leg. I do wish it was shinier though. I like their hair, I like the return of the side shave, I like that this is, you know, just a very fun color blocking for their hair, mostly black and white with a few, like, actually, there's only like one highlight of blue in there. It's very nice, and I like this hair ornament up here. It's very fun. Their shoes are some of my favorite Monster High G3 shoes of all time, which is why they are so high in this video. I feel like that's a very, appropriate placement for them. And I love, love, love their earrings so much. Some of the best Frankie earrings that we have gotten. There really is a lot to love here. But I would be lying to myself with another doll if I put them at the number 1 spot. And the number 1 spot here is Day Out Frankie Stein. They won the number 1 spot in another video. They won the number 1 spot in my top 10 G3 dolls video. So it kind of feels a little half-assed to put them up here, but also it's my video. I make the rules. I determine who gets in the number 1 spot, and I genuinely feel that this is my favorite Frankie Stein doll out of all of the ones that we've gotten over the years that I have. I am missing a lot of their Buried Secrets dolls, but I don't really vibe with Buried Secrets most of the time. I'm very selective with which dolls I go out for. And, of their budget dolls that we've gotten, and of their dolls that we've gotten in general, this one is just continues to be my favorite. I love them so much. I include them in a lot of photo shoots. They've traveled with me. They've just kind of been everywhere. So, for that reason, they get to be the number 1 spot. Anyway, that is all the time I have for you in this video. Thank you all so, so much for watching. Let me know what your Frankie Stein ranking list would be in the comments below. And until then, I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!